Today I'm going to be showing you the new Source-Nexus Review standalone application. Now you can run Source-Nexus Review without the need of a DAW, which is going to be really useful for a few reasons. For one, if you find yourself changing sessions often during a remote collaboration session, running Source-Nexus Review outside of the DAW means your audio streams will remain active all the time without interruptions in your chat audio. Using Source-Nexus I/O, you can still send your mix audio from your DAW to your broadcast. Since normally you would put the Source-Nexus Review standalone directly on your master fader, here I'll show you how that would work in a Pro Tools session I'm going to bring up right now. And all you would do is add a plugin to your master fader, and we're going to go to Multi-Channel, Other, and Source-Nexus I/O. And here we go. And we can send it to any Source-Nexus device. Source-Nexus A works completely fine for this. What we'll just want to make sure is that we hit the pass-through button so that we're still able to hear the audio from the master fader through our playback engine in Pro Tools. So that's all set, and that's all we need to do. So basically we can just replace the Source-Nexus Review plugin with Source-Nexus I/O in this case. And now if I play some audio, we'll see that it's coming through, and if we go back to Source-Nexus Review standalone here, we can see the audio coming in on the plugin input, and it's here in my mix fader as well as going out to the Nexus broadcast. The other thing that we'll need to do in this case, so the Source-Nexus Review standalone app has its own audio settings, since normally as a plugin it would just use the track input and output. So if we open up the standalone audio settings here, I already had set the input to Source-Nexus A, that's why the audio is coming through automatically. And we can also set our output, which is where we're going to hear the audio, so we'll most likely want to set this as our main output that we use for our DAW or anywhere else. And we can adjust the sample rate and buffer size as well if we want. This is also great for doing remote sessions where you want to share audio from an application other than your DAW, for example, video editing software. If you had a video project and you wanted to send the audio out from there, you could, if it supports plugins, you can do the same thing where you put the Nexus I/O plugin on it. You could also use the Nexus Review standalone, or sorry, the Nexus Review plugin in that case. But in the case that it doesn't support plugins or you'd prefer not to, the Source-Nexus standalone is perfect for that. And also just for sharing audio from any application on your computer. One of the new features with this version is an automatic system audio capture, which if we go to the plugin settings here in the bottom right corner of Source-Nexus Review, there's a couple new options for this. So we have new system audio channels, which are hidden by default, but if we enable that, now we'll see on the plugin, now we have two new channels, one for monitoring on this side, and then one that's being sent out to the broadcast. And then if we go back and if we turn on the system audio automatic system audio capture, now it's capturing all the audio from the system and sending it into the Nexus Review standalone. I'll play some audio here in a second, but you'll see that we have our own feed here for monitoring that we can adjust the level of or mute however we need to. But then we also have a channel specifically going out to the broadcast. So it keeps those independent from each other so that you have the full control over your levels and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring up a YouTube video to show some audio coming in. And if I just hit play on here, let me just adjust the level so it's not too loud. And this is a stereo audio test, so right now it should be only the left speaker, and soon it'll switch to the right speaker. But using this, you can capture audio from your entire computer in order to share during your remote collaboration session. And this is not only in the Source-Nexus Review standalone app, but this feature is also available in all the different plugin versions, so AAX for Pro Tools, VST3, and Audio Unit. So this just greatly increases the flexibility that you have now with Source-Nexus Review, and it just gives you a great tool in order to manage multiple different audio streams during a live remote collaboration session, for example using Source-Nexus Gateway. And this is now available to all Source-Nexus subscribers. Thank you very much.